Yes. Janet. Yes. Hello, Janet.
Yes, sir.
Two questions. Where are you from currently?
Mangalore.
Huh?
I'm from Mangalore.
Mangalore. Okay. Okay. So 4254, Mrs. Karen Chan, endometrial cancer, nursing. So, yeah, before we proceed further, Janet, what are the problems you are facing? Can you tell me in writing, especially?
Yes, sir. In the introduction part, uh, we, can we write like no, no, sir. Sorry, not in introduction. In first para,
Mm.
in my knowledge, what I understood is whatever happened, whatever we given treatment in the hospital, we should we should write in first para, and after the past tense, we can come to the present. Currently, what we are giving medications. The first para only I'm talking about.
Okay.
This is what I believed. Then in second para, we can write what are the medications to be. Sorry, second para.
Yeah.
Sir, in second para, I really don't know. In third, we can write the social history. And in last para, we can write from the discharge plan, what are the what to be done after going home. And in last para, we can tell like if you have any queries, please do not hesitate to contact me.
Okay. So you are worried about the organization, you mean, right?
Yes, sir.
So you have a problem with organization.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
fine.
Exactly.
Okay, I understand. I understand what you're telling. Okay, right. Okay. So what are the other problems you're facing apart from organization?
Sometimes relevant information and irrelevant information.
Okay, right. What are the points you are telling? You note down in your notebook. First
Okay.
one is organization into paragraphs. Which information will go into which paragraph? That is what you want. Write down. The title is called organization of the letter.
Okay.
Organization. And number two, second one is relevant information. So selection of relevant information. Okay, that is what you want to consider.
Yes.
Yes. Relevant or irrelevant information. Yes. So write down in your notebook, because at the end of the session, you will be able to, you will have an idea about everything.
Yes, sir.
So number one and number two done. So first one is organization, and second one is relevant or irrelevant information.
Yes, sir.
Relevant or irrelevant information. Make a note of these things which you have written. Okay. Yeah. So these are not just your problems. These are the problems of mostly many students. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Many students, number of students face this problem. Okay. What is organization? Organization differs on different types of, letters. For example, urgent letter, present visit is important. So you'll bring it forward. Present visit. Present visit is very, very important. Fine. So you have to focus on the present visit because it's an urgent letter. Fine. And then the other visits and the, yeah, first will be present visit and the other visits, like that. So let us see now. Print screen. So this is the letter we are going to deal now. Yes. So all your material will be posted there only. So in the Telegram channel, so you can collect all the information from there. Right. Yes. Telegram channel. Yeah. Right. Now let's come to your letter. The letter is here. QQ series. Okay, we just taken here. Okay, this is the letter. Your photo is very excellent in the, but this is very good, and this is little, you know, I don't know. But okay, fine. It's very good. So save as. Yeah, here is your letter. So 4254 is your number. You can check. Just you can type here in the search bar. So 4254, and everything related to that one will come here on the left side. Okay,
Okay.
so like this. So whatever you type here, all your material will come here. Okay, so inside this, right. So this is your first page. I'm showing you how it will be. Okay, more. Take a snapshot. Yes, select all. Copy. So this is your first page. Then next one. This is this is your second page. So that's it. Everything will be inside this. So you have 4254. Everything inside this. Okay, fine. Um, okay. Here it is. Okay. This is the page which we are going to correct now. Fine. Yeah. Karen Cham. Case notes. Yeah, here is Karen Cham, case notes. So if you want to find anything, you can just search bar here. Okay, if you say writing, all the writings will come here. So like this, all the, if you say writing case notes, all the writing case notes will come here. If you say nursing, all the nursing ones will come like that. You have to search. Okay. So Karen Sham. Step by step, we are going to analyze everything. So those who are there, yeah, you can. Okay. Name, please. Somebody has come here. So I told name, please. So just re-type your name or message me your name. Okay, fine. Now here it is. So you're writing a letter to George Gerand. You're writing this letter to George Gerand. Yes. Save as. Okay, relevant information. Alleviate relevant information. Okay. Right. So George Gerand. Okay, oncologist, Solihull Hospital, Cliffbridge Road, West Midlands, UK CV23RL. Okay, so 6 lines you have now. So you have 6 lines. We will be doing number of things. So let us check how we are going to write this. Before this one, what we'll do is close this one also. Control C. Okay. This is the address which you are going to write. So George Gerand, oncologist, Solihull Hospital, West Midlands, United Kingdom. So that's it. CV23RL. Okay. So this is how you have to write. This is the way how you can present. This is the address. Okay, first you can write this address. Okay. So yes. Number 1, component number 1, the address. Okay. Don't be in a hurry because I'll be teaching number of things. I'm not just correcting the letter. I'm teaching number of things. So new things I'll teach you. Right. So this is the recipient's address. Okay. Recipient's address. Okay. And this is the letter. So what is the number that I have given for this? 126. 126. Karen Chan. 126. Okay. Karen Chan. Karen Chan. And the case is endometrial cancer. Endometrial cancer. Endometrial cancer. Yeah. Nursing specific writing task. Okay, so we have this case notes. It's a Karen Chan, name of the patient, and the case is endometrial cancer. Endometrial cancer, and this is a nursing specific writing task. Case notes. Okay, fine. So endometrial cancer. So you are going to focus on this case. Endometrial cancer. Yes. Right. Screen. Okay. This is the address. So this is how you have to write the address as it is. No changes, no mistakes, nothing. Okay, you can rectify yours. No need somebody has to come and check. I'm going to show you all those things. You don't need anybody to check. You can check on your own. Like that, I am giving you an idea. Okay, don't depend on somebody who is not even qualified to teach you. So there are many people who just take your money and don't give the important feedback. Okay, they'll not even respond to you properly. So I'm posting it in the Telegram channel, everything. So there you are. So this is the address, how you have to write. Next. Next one is the point number 2. That is the date. The date. So what is the date? So if you see here, so this is the address that is done. The date here, it is 5th March 2019. 5th March 2019. Fainted at home, yeah, accompanied by her son. So this is the 5th March visit. 5th March visit. Okay, discharge plan. Okay, discharge plans. So he was admitted. Then if it is meaning discharge, that means she was admitted. Okay. This sale is your name. Okay. Right. Now date 3 March. And next is 4th March. Next is 5th March. So 3 continuous days. Okay. So on 3rd March came into the hospital with severe vaginal bleeding. Okay. Fine. It was a visit. Right. Medical background, blood test, review. Then again, 4th March 2019. So you can see here. But 5th March, fainted at home and accompanied by her son. Yeah, it's a serious problem here. So she was admitted, maybe that's why discharge plan here. If it is admitted, then it is discharge plan. So there's a question here. Was she admitted or not? Fine. So 5th March. Right. So what is the date that you have written here? Yes, 13th April. Okay, now let us see here. Let us correct your. Okay. Yeah, let us check. So right, that's it. Now based on this one, we'll check. Mr. George Gerand. Yeah. So here, Mr. Is it? Go to the case notes only, and you'll get a clear picture. Using this, write a letter to George Gerand. George Gerand, oncologist. Right. Okay. So the title is not given, but you can. Name of the man is there. So Mr. George Gerand. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Mr. George Gerand, right. Oncologist. Oncologist. The is not necessary. Okay. So if you want to put before George Gerand, the oncologist. Okay. If it is the only oncologist, then no need. Here. So oncologists. N is not very clear. N is looking like U. Okay. And CH, YH has come here. YH. Okay. Oncologist. ONCO. Oncologist. Right. Spelling mistake. Next one is Solihull Hospital. Yes, you're right. Cliff Bridge Road. Cliff Bridge Road, right. Absolutely fine. Okay, next one is West Midlands. West Midlands, right? W should be capital letter. This is looking like small letter. W should be capital letter. How to write capital letter when you are writing separate letters? It should be straight down. Okay. So how are you supposed to write capital letter? W, top down, then top down, then top down, then top down. This is how you write. Many people write like this. No, their shape will be out. If you write like that, shape will be out. See, like this, like this, like this, they'll write. But shape will be lost. So what you have to do is, in English, there is only one system. Top-down approach. No bottom-up. You cannot go bottom-up. From bottom like this, you cannot go. So next top-down again. So you can take like this. Top-down. Then again top-down. Then again top-down. Like this. Now it will be a beautiful shape. Okay, next one is left-right approach. Like this. For example, you will get when you are writing E. Top-down. Then left to right. Some people will write right to left also. How they write E? They write like this, E, like this, they write. So like this, but the shape will be out. So that is the reason why if you want proper angles like this, you have to write left, right approach, left to right approach, or top-down approach. No, right to left. Like this is wrong. Okay, like this it is wrong. So you have to be careful. Okay, if you want to learn, you can learn. UK, you know what is UK? UK is United Kingdom. So you can write United Kingdom like this. Okay. You can write United Kingdom like this, UK. CV23RL. Okay. Right. So United Kingdom, CV23RL. This is postal code number. Okay, fine. Next one here, it is written 13 April 2022. Okay. Now the date. Considering the date, 13, what you have written here is, okay, 13 April 2022. So 13 April is okay, the day which you have written the letter. Okay, that's fine, then no problem. Okay, 13th April is the day on which you have written the letter. Fine, that's absolutely fine. Okay, regarding Mrs. Karen Cham, aged 44. This, I don't know whether I can consider this right or wrong, but okay, if I give right, then it will be a mistake because no space before comma and no space before colon. Okay, space should not be there. Miss Karen Cham, aged 44. Okay, is it Miss Karen Cham? I doubt it. Okay, son is coming along with her. So, married, lives with husband and son. So, how can you say Miss Karen Cham? It is Mrs. Karen Cham. It is Mrs. lives with husband and son. So, husband is alive and he lives with him. So, it is Mrs. Karen Cham. You have to relate properly, my dear. I don't know. This is one mistake. So, how many mistakes are there in this one? 3 mistakes are there here. So, better I will write it and I'll give you. So you have to write like this, R capital E colon immediately, no space. Then Mrs. Karen Cham, comma, immediately, aged 44. Yeah, like this you are supposed to write. So 3 mistakes were there. Okay. And why don't you start from here itself, first dot. Okay, why do you want to leave this much space here? See here, O and on is very fine. But N is not very clear. You have a problem with your handwriting. Okay, N is a confusion. Here, no problem. Okay, here little bit confusion is there. So N is a problem for you. So be careful. Your N is a problem. It looks like you. See here. N is a big problem. So take care of your N. Always your letters. Okay. Next one, dear Mr. Gerand. Dear Mr. Gerand. Okay. Dear Mr. Gerard, right. Okay, be careful of your ends. Next one, Miss Cham requires further management from your facility as she is suspected to have endometrial cancer. Okay, right. Miss Cham requires further management from your facility as she is suspected to have endometrial cancer. So here you can use the suspected. So signs and symptoms you can. This is correct. No problem with this. Miss Cham requires further management from your facility as she is suspected to have endometrial cancer. Okay, fine. You can write like this. Mrs. Cham. So this is Mrs. Cham, not Miss Cham. It is Mrs. Cham. Mrs. Cham, whose signs and symptoms are suggestive of endometrial cancer, or who has signs and symptoms suggestive of endometrial cancer, or whose signs and symptoms are suggestive of endometrial cancer, okay, requires further management from your facility. So like that one you can say. So suspected to have. So right. Further evaluation. Why did you not write here? Further evaluation. You should have written. Why don't you people see very carefully? Hello, Janet.
Yes, sir.
Are you okay if I give suggestions?
No problem, sir. We can give.
Okay, you should not feel bad. That's why. So, okay, fine. I'm giving you because you are asking further evaluation because it is not confirmed. It is only signs and symptoms. Okay. So you can ask them to go for further evaluation. He's an oncologist. He's a specialist. So expert. Okay. He's an expert. Okay. Cancer specialist. Fine. So that's why you're sending this letter to him. Okay. Further evaluation and appropriate management. You can write like that. Okay. You can say like this. How you can write? Let us see here. Okay. Date you have written. Okay. Fine. So the date we have seen here, 5th March. Okay. 5th March. The second one is the date. Number 2 is the date. Okay. So that is okay. That is the date, 5th March. Right. So 5th March 2019. This is the date that you are going to write. So whenever you are writing the date, write the date after. Write the date after. So what you have to do is you have to write the date after the address. Okay, sir. In classroom. Okay, so this is 5th March. Okay, no problem. This is the test dates date you will write. Test dates date. Okay, fine. Next one, number 3. Number 3 and number 4. Number 3 is the salutation. Okay, salutation. So what is salutation now? From where will you get salutation? So you'll get from the first one here, Mr. George Gerard. Okay. So Mr. George Gerand. So this will be there. So dear Mr. Gerand, comma, or no comma, no problem. So dear Mr. Gerand, yeah, you are right. So this is how you are going to present. So whenever you're writing the salutation, just write a dear, and give the title Mr. or Miss or Mrs. or whatever title you want to give. You can give that title. Dear Mr. Gerand. Dear Mr. Gerand. Fine. So print screen. Dear Mr. Gerand. Okay, fine. Now this is how you are going to write the salutation. Next one will be the subject line. Number 4 will be the subject or the context. The subject is what? The subject is regarding colon space. Miss, Mrs. Okay. Regarding Mrs. Karen Shah, comma, aged 44. Yes. So that is how you are going to write. Okay. This is the subject. Subject you have to present like this always. Regarding Mrs. Karen Chan, aged 44. Yes, aged 44. Print screen. Yeah. Next one. The next number 5 is the body of the letter. 5 is the body of the letter. We'll see this body later. Okay. So body of the letter. Okay. So 5 paragraphs. So the 5 paragraphs. So you can write in 5 paragraphs. Okay. Right. So this will deal at a later stage. So all these things. So first one will be introduction. The last one will be conclusion. And in between 3 body paragraphs. Okay. So the 5 paragraphs. Right. Next one will be number 6. 6. The closing remarks. The closing remarks. So you are writing to Mr. Gerand, name of the person you know in the salutation. Okay, or in the address. Mr. George Gerand, the first line, you know the name of the person. So it will be yours sincerely. So it will be yours sincerely, comma, or no comma. Okay, right, yours sincerely. So this is how you are going to post. So yours sincerely. If you don't know the name of the person and you are writing dear sir or dear madam or dear doctor or dear nurse, then it will be yours faithfully. This is the 6th point. Then the last one is the sender's address. The sender's particulars. The sender's particulars. Okay. Okay. So now the sender's particulars. So your name. Let us see, where is your name here? It is Heidi Said. Okay, qualified nursing sister working on a biomechanics health clinic. Biomechanics Health Clinic. And is there any other address here? Okay, nothing else. Yeah. So Hades said, so H-E-I-D-S, Hades said. Okay, Hades said. Here also mistake is there. That means this is not an authentic letter. Okay, fine. S should be capital letter. So how do we know whether it's authentic letter or not? By seeing certain mistakes. Okay. See here, Hades sale is the name. So it should be capital letter S. But it is small letter S. So, right, it should be like this, capital letter. Okay. So we are not going to correct it. Let it be like that only. Fine. Okay, Hades sale, capital letter. S-E-I-L, sale, capital letter. So this is your name. So you are going to write that name. And a qualified nursing sister. Qualified nursing sister. So you can say nurse or a registered nurse. Okay. Nurse or registered nurse, you can say. And biomechanics health clinic. This is the name of the clinic. Yeah. And here you can say registered nurse or nurse or nursing sister or whatever you feel comfortable, you can write there. Okay, nursing sister, biomechanics health clinic. Okay, so these are the three things which are name, address and street name are not given, country name are not given, so leave that. Okay, so this is the address, sender's address, sender's address. So you have to take the information from wherever it is possible and you have to write the letter like this. Okay, print the screen. Yes, print screen, fine. So now we are going to the body of the letter. Yes. Right. Okay. So next one is introduction. So we'll go for the body of the letter, the 5 paragraphs. Now we are moving to the body of the letter, the 5 paragraphs. Okay. Now, in these 5 paragraphs, we'll have the introduction first. And in the end, we'll have the conclusion. Okay. This is the introduction first. So the body paragraphs. Okay. So the 5 paragraphs. Right. Number 1, the introduction. Okay. The main body paragraph. Okay. 1. Next, main body paragraph 2. And then main body paragraph 3. the conclusion. The conclusion. So these are the 5 paragraphs. The 5 paragraphs. The introduction, the main body paragraph 1, main body paragraph 2, the main body paragraph 3, and then the conclusion. Yes. Now we have seen the introduction here. Yeah. We have seen the introduction which this girl has written. Okay. So Mrs. Cham requires further management. Is it only further management? It's not further management. Yeah, management is okay, but more important that it's not confirmed. So something else, further evaluation or further assessment. Okay. Or further examination. Okay. Or a definitive diagnosis. Okay. So you can write like that. So this is not 100% fulfilled. Okay, the purpose is not achieved yet, because in the purpose, according to this, the question is asking you further evaluation and management. Further evaluation and management. They are requesting 2 things. First one is further evaluation. Second one is management. So now we are going to write these 3 sentences. So the introduction, 5.1. The introduction. The introduction. So in the introduction, what you are going to do is, okay, number 1, you are going to write about the patient. Okay, who is the patient? Okay, the patient is Mrs. Karen Cham. So that is it. Number 2, this is the patient. And next, number 2 is the case. The case. Okay. The case. The case is possible. The case is question mark endometrial cancer. Endometrial cancer. The case is here. Endometrial cancer. Okay, endometrial cancer. So, right. And then what requires? You're requesting. You're requesting because she requires further assessment or further evaluation. Anyone you can write. So you can say a definitive diagnosis. And its management means treatment. So it is there in the discharge plan. It is also there in the writing task. So further assessment and treatment. So requires further assessment and treatment. And that's why you are requesting further evaluation and management. Assessment means evaluation or diagnosis. And management means treatment. So appropriate follow-up action plan or whatever you want to say, you can say. So endometrial cancer. So it is already given endometrial cancer. Right. Now what are you expecting? Okay, what are you expecting? Fine. The expectation, future, or you can say the purpose of the letter. So it is definitive diagnosis. and management. Okay, so these are the two things that are required there. Okay, so patient, case, purpose, and she is being discharged today. So that is what it is. So discharge plan, and you are writing today. So that's it. Okay. So right. For the evaluation, it's management. You can see here definitive diagnosis and management. Sorry, and management. And the discharge is today. Discharge. So today. So these are all the things. All these things will go. Okay. All these things will go into the introduction. So in the introduction, you'll write these 4 points. The patient, Mrs. Karen Cham. The case, endometrial cancer. Okay, possibility of endometrial cancer with the signs and symptoms. Okay, signs and symptoms suggest endometrial cancer. Then next one, purpose, definitive diagnosis and management, and status, discharge today. Okay. Status is discharge today. Fine. Next one. Okay, that is done. So let us see how to develop this paragraph. Okay. Mrs. So how did you write the letter? Yeah. Mrs. Cham requires further management from your facility. Okay. So you have written in active voice. She is suspected, passive voice. She is suspected. Okay. So this is passive voice. Here it is active voice. Okay. Right. Let us see the quality here. Mrs. Cham, okay, whose signs and symptoms are suggestive of endometrial cancer requires a definitive diagnosis and appropriate management following the discharge today. So, is this a discharge? First of all, was she admitted? Little confusion is there here in this case notes. Yeah, there is some sort of confusion. So you have to so Mrs. Cham, whose signs and symptoms are suggestive of endometrial cancer, requires a definitive diagnosis and appropriate management following the discharge today, or at your facility following the discharge today. Following the discharge today. Okay. So here you can say at your facility, definitive diagnosis and appropriate management at your facility following the discharge today. Mrs. Chang, whose signs and symptoms are suggestive of endometrial cancer, requires a definitive diagnosis and appropriate management at your facility following the discharge today. So this is the way how you can think about different types are there. Mrs. Chams, who has the signs and symptoms suggestive of endometrial cancer, that's another style. Okay. Mrs. Chams' signs and symptoms suggest endometrial cancer, and therefore a definitive diagnosis and appropriate management at your facility are required. Like that also we can say. Right. So here it is active voice. Mrs. Cham requires a definitive diagnosis. It's active voice, no problem. Okay. So this is the way how you can write. Different types you can write. Okay. The screen. This is not the only way. There are many other ways you can write and try your best. So Mrs. Cham requires further management from your facility as she is suspected to have endometrial cancer. Okay. So here it is missing. What is this that is missing is, so it is further assessment. Assessment is missing. Okay. From your facility. Ashes. Okay. It is more preferable because he is going. Okay. It is more preferable because the oncologist in the hospital, not from, but at your facilities. All these things are at his facility, not from his facility, but at your facility. She is suspected as endometrial cancer is suspected. Cancer and is not clear. It is looking like cancer. CAU, CAUCF. So be careful. On 3 March, Miss Cham. So here you wrote 13 March, and here it is 3 March. So that is the why confusion. So try to take the letter. Okay, here okay, no problem. But in the letter, how it is there, as it is, you take. Okay. Now next one. On 3 March, comma, immediately comma should be there. Miss Cham, no, it is Mrs. Cham. Husband is alive and she is living with her husband, so it is Mrs. Cham. Mrs. Cham was admitted to the hospital with the complaints. With the complaints. With the complaints of severe vaginal bleeding, comma, immediately space. No need. Why? Pain while urination, comma, here again space, this much space, intercourse, pain while urination, intercourse, legs, back and pelvic. I cannot get you actually. Intercourse spelling is mistake. Okay. What is the spelling? Let us learn the spelling. Okay, pain while. Okay. Yeah, here it is there, pain during intercourse. This is the spelling. Why don't you write properly? INTERCOURSE, intercourse. Came into the hospital with severe weight loss, pain while urination. Okay. Pain during intercourse, pain in legs and back, pelvic pain, anorexia, tiredness. Okay. Right. So spelling mistake. So write 10 times spelling mistakes, anything. Okay. Be careful while you are writing the spellings from the question paper. You can pain while urination and intercourse, legs and back, pelvic. You cannot join these different things here. I don't know how you can join these things. Okay. Pain in legs and back, pelvic pain. Okay. So you can write separately. As a result, you can say consequently, One word enough. Why you want to write 3 words? Okay, and why do you want to write comma so far? As a result, you can write one word, and one word is enough. Okay, why do you want to write consequently comma? That's enough. It is helping you consequently. So why don't you write one word when it is sufficient? Consequently, she lost a weight, lost weight. Consequently, weight loss was noticed. Consequently, weight loss. Okay, was report. Consequently, weight loss. She lost her weight. A weight is wrong. Consequently, she lost weight. That is enough. She developed anorexia, tiredness, and unable to do daily activity. She developed anorexia and tiredness. She developed unable to do daily activities. How this? And she is unable to do daily activities. Inability to perform activities of daily living has been reported. Okay. Okay. We'll do one thing. I'll give you the sentence here. Okay. Sentences. Quality sentences. Okay. Inability to perform activities of daily living has been reported. Unable to do daily activities. Okay, this sentence you can use. Inability to perform activities of daily living has been reported. So why don't you use this sentence? That would be beneficial for you. Okay, next. Anorexia. She developed anorexia and tiredness. Okay. Anorexia and tiredness. Okay. Okay. Inability to perform activities of daily living. Okay. In addition to anorexia and tiredness. So like that one, you can write one full sentence. So here only you can write. In addition to anorexia and tiredness, inability to perform activities of daily living. Or you can say altogether, anorexia, comma, tiredness, and anorexia, tiredness, and inability to perform activities of daily living. Okay, have been reported. 3 things now. So have been reported. So why don't you write like this? This is even better. Anorexia, tiredness, and inability to perform activities of daily living have been reported. So, is that clear, Janet?
Yes, sir.
Okay, are you with me or are you tired?
No, sir.
Okay, yeah, mistakes are there, lot of mistakes are there, so no problem, it takes time, so be patient, don't be in a hurry. Okay, to do, instead of do, you can say perform. Better word. Perform is the better word. Daily activities of daily. On 4 March, she had additional spelling mistake. Additional spelling mistake. ADDITIONL. Additional spelling mistake. Write 10 times and send it to me. Additional complaints on 4 March, comma. Who will put comma here? Whenever you write date like this in the beginning, you have to put a comma. On 4 March, comma. Additional complaints of, okay. Additional complaints of unusual vaginal bleeding with foul smelling and with pus. Constipation, bleeding from bladder and rectum, ascites, lymphedema were noted. So you have messed up here. So she had additional complaints of, okay. On 4th March, additionally, comma, unusual vaginal bleeding with foul smell, with the foul smell, with foul smell, with foul smelling, with pus. All these things, how can you join? First, like a blood tinged, constipation, bleeding from, okay. So on 4th March, comma, additionally, comma, unusual vaginal bleeding with foul smell, uh, foul smelling. I don't know. This case notes. Some confusion is there. Okay. Smelling pus like or blood tinged, constipation. Okay. All these were reported, you can say. Were reported. Were reported. All these names you write and one after the other and say were reported. Finish. Were reported. Okay, they were not noted, were reported. Okay, complained means reported. Okay, bleeding from rectum, ascites, lymphedema were reported. Okay, there was elevation in total blood count, hemoglobin and electrolyte imbalance. Okay, elevation in total blood count. No need to write there was. Elevation in total blood count, E capital letter. Elevation in total blood count, comma, hemoglobin and electrolyte imbalance. Uh, Decrease in hemoglobin, HB fall. Okay. White blood cells increase. Okay. Decreased hemoglobin levels and imbalance. Why don't you write like this? Okay, we'll write here. Elevated white blood cells. Elevated. Okay, elevated white blood cells count. Elevation in white blood cells count. White blood cell count. Comma. Decreased hemoglobin levels. Okay. And imbalance in or electrolyte imbalance have been observed or noticed. Is it because of some test or something? Then you have been revealed through so and so test, you can say. Elevated white blood cells count, decreased hemoglobin levels and electrolyte imbalance have been 1, 2, and 3 have been noticed, okay, or observed. So you can make your own sentence in your own style. Okay. Next one. Advised to perform pap test and biopsy. Pap test and biopsy were recommended. Pap test and biopsy were recommended. PAP test and biopsy were recommended. Okay, have been recommended otherwise. If it is past tense, were recommended. Both are correct. It depends on what tense you are using. So here have been noticed and these have been recommended. More than one thing. Okay. Next. Right. Have been recommended. On 5th March, see your N. How much confusing your N is. 5th March, comma, Y space before comma. On 5th March, she had a fall at home. Full stop or semicolon. Either put full stop and put capital letter or put semicolon and put a small letter. Anyone is okay. Her son was accompanied. What do you mean by her son was accompanied? Her son accompanied. Accompanied spelling what? PANIED. Accompanied. Spelling mistakes. Write 10 times. Accompanied. Okay. On 5th March, she had a fall at home. Okay. However, is not suitable here. Okay. Full stop. Her son accompanied her to the hospital. Okay. Or she visited the hospital accompanied by her son. Okay. Son accompanied. Okay. Her son was accompanied. No. Son accompanied. She was accompanied by her son. Her son was accompanied means first she. So she was giving company to her son. That is the meaning. Her son was accompanied means she was giving company to her son. But her son accompanied means he was giving company to her. She felt continued pain and breathing difficulty. There was drop in blood pressure. However, her X-ray reports were pending. Okay. Have been okay. Pending. Okay, fine. She felt continued pain and breathing difficulty. Continued pain and continuous pain. Okay, or continuing pain. Something modify this one. She felt, no need, she felt, was with continued pain, continuous pain and difficulty in breathing were reported. So there was a drop in blood pressure. However, comma, space Y. MRI, CT, X-ray, CT scan and X-ray reports and X-ray reports were pending. Okay, she is married and lives with her husband and son. Okay. What do you mean by she is married and lives with her husband? How can we leave her with her husband when she is not married? If married means husband only. She lives with her husband and son. That is enough. Why do you want to say she is married? Okay, husband means what? Husband means what? She lives with her, she is married, no need. So these three words are unnecessary here. Because when you use the word married, it means that she's married. Husband means married only, na? Janet, can you understand?
Yes, sir.
What is the need to tell married when you are already telling the word husband? She lives with her husband and son. Finished. She has a habit of smoking. She has a history of irregular menstruation since March. She has a history. When you say history, then don't say March and all these things. Otherwise, say a history of irregular menstruation since March 2019. This is since March means past. Past means history. So both are not required. She has a history is not needed then. Okay. Irregular menstruation since March 2019 and hyperthyroidism. This is when? Since when? Which she is taking, for which she is taking thyroxine 0.5 mg. Okay. So fine. Next one. Based on the given information, comma, kindly assist her for further management. Uh, Further assessment or further evaluation or further examination and appropriate follow-up would be extremely beneficial to improve her condition. Based on the given information, write down. Based on the given information, kindly assist, no need. Okay. Her for also no need. Further assessment and appropriate follow-up would be extremely beneficial. Based on the aforementioned circumstances. Further evaluation or assessment or examination and appropriate follow-up or treatment or management would be profoundly beneficial for Mrs. Sham. Okay. So like that you can write. If you have any queries or queries, what is the spelling of queries? Write on all the mistakes 10 times and send to me. Queries. If you have any queries, why space after before comma? Please do not hesitate. Hesitate spelling mistake. Hesitate. So 10 times you have to write spelling mistakes so that you'll not do mistake again. Yours sincerely, Miss Heidi said. No need miss here because you are writing about yourself. Okay, if you write also no problem. A qualified nurse. I have already given you. Registered nurse you can write. Nursing sister otherwise. Okay, and the name of the yeah. So biomechanics health clinic. Biomechanics to text. Yeah. Biomechanics Health Clinic. So registered nurse, you can write here. Okay, fine, whatever. Qualified nurse, registered nurse, whatever. Nursing sister, that's okay. So since, okay, is that clear, Janet?
Yes, yes, sir.
Next time you don't want my feedback like this, no?
No, sir.
Too much trouble with Simon, sir.
No, not like that. I will make as much as possible. I will try to
Okay.
write correct.
Okay, fine, fine. So now what I am going to do is, I am going to copy the edit more, take a snapshot, select all, copy selected graphic. So now what I am doing is I am putting there itself in your letter number here. So here it is. This is your, okay. So here I am posting, already posted here. So this is second page, select all. So I am posting it here. Finished. Corrected copy also you got there, okay. You understand where you have to take from?
Classical corrections.
Yes, yes. So I am posting it here. So I already posted here, but yeah. So this is your number. So you just write 4254. Okay, wherever you are going, you have to just type like this in the what's classical corrections group or classical corrections conference. Just go search bar and type the number there 4254. 4254, and you'll get on the left side. Can you see here?
Okay. Yes, sir.
The left side you'll get here. Then you'll open that one. Then you'll get everything there. See here inside they are their corrections. Okay.
Mm.
And if
Yes,
you
sir.
want to see the video, then you can click on here. You can see the video here, YouTube. You can directly go to the YouTube. Okay. This is YouTube link. You can directly go there and you can see there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you just type 4254, then you will get everything there. So what you have to do is go to Telegram channel and type there 4254. 4254. That's it. So you have your YouTube there and you have this one also there. Is that clear? Are you happy with the correction which I gave you?
Yes, sir. Exactly. Yes, sir. I'm happy.
Okay, fine. Now you can improve this letter and you can give me one more letter. I'll call you later. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Next is Carolyn. Carolyn, are you ready for the next one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So fine. You are there. And meeting for all. No, no, no. Okay, I'll send you the link after some time. Okay. Carolyn.
Yes, sir.